Imagine this scenario for me. Let's call this guy Bob. Bob really wants to go pro one day, so he decides that he's gonna put in all the work he possibly can. 6+ hours every single day, and he's watched my videos before, so he knows the best practice to do: scrims, realistic 1v1s, and ranked. He's already many steps ahead of his competition that don't play much and spend most of that time they do play on the most random things like piece control maps, free building, aim training, headshot only maps, and so on. So fast forward half a year of this, and Bob has actually started to see some progress finally, almost making grand finals and qualifying for a few cash cup finals here and there. But it feels like something's missing and his improvement has slowed down. But he's doing all the same good practice that got him here. While I know where he went wrong, he didn't progressively overload his training. Okay, if you're not really into the gym, you probably have no idea what I just said, and that's okay, let me explain. There's this concept used in the fitness scene called progressive overloading, which is when you slowly increase the difficulty of your weight training as you get stronger. And you do this by making your workout slightly more intense, adding more reps or sets, or adding more weight. Say you are bench pressing 60 kg for as many reps as you physically can until you literally can't push it back up anymore, and you get 7 reps before that happens. If you kept trying that every single week, eventually your body would adapt to that 60 kg and eventually be able to push the same weight for like 12 to 13 reps before failing. And at this point, people would usually add more weight onto the bar, making it maybe 62.5 kg. And now they can only do like 7 reps before failing to push it back up. And boom, they are back at a place where they are pushing their body to their absolute limit, constantly challenging themselves as they become stronger. Now I found you can use this progressive overloading in everything else you want to become good at. Most importantly for you, Fortnite competitive. If you verse random people you found from a scrim Discord server to 1v1 realistic for a few months and it becomes kind of easy to do, go and find other people to verse that are actually better in terms of more placements and PR, etc. It's good to keep most of your practice against other players somewhat even. Like if you both try really hard, you'll end up losing half the matches and end up winning half the matches. Yeah, it's sometimes good to verse somewhat better players, but it's not always possible. So aim to verse players that put up an even but still challenging fight. Now this is most important with scrims. Sometimes people will do either one of these things. Be eligible for harder scrims, but they just stick with the easier ones because they don't want to get destroyed. So would rather stick with the easier, comfortable scrims where they dominate. Or they're just lazy and aren't trying as hard as possible to get into the harder scrims. The most important thing you will ever do for your Fortnite improvement is literally just working your way up the scrim ladder. And it should be most of your focus. Progressively overloading the scrims you play will ensure that it always stays a challenging thing for you. You should always try to figure out what you need to do to get into the next level up of scrims and then do everything you possibly can to do that.